Hey guys, welcome to BP the Bible Perspective. I want to play around with a thought. If time travel is real, then God is a lie. Now, before we get into it, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. You know, man and science has always had a fascination with the notion of time travel, that where you can travel throughout different periods of time, whether it's in the future or in the past. Uh, they've also been fascinated with the notion of parallel universes. Universes. Now, I don't believe in neither one. I do believe, however, that God, who exists in the spiritual realm, that there is a spiritual realm, and that God created the physical realm, and that we exist in the physical realm. So there are two different existence planes of existence there. What I don't believe is that there are different parallel universes, where parallel planets, where there are alternate versions of myself in each one of these parallel universes. I don't believe that you can travel back in time. And even though Einstein floated the notion, and he floated a lot of notions, he was a great thinker, of course, in terms of what happens if you travel faster than the speed of light and all kinds of things. But I do not believe that, like in the 1985 movie Back to the Future, in which they had three movies, by the way. In fact, in this movie trilogy, they travel back in the future, then they travel to the, and they travel to the, I'm sorry, they travel, they travel back in time, then they travel back to the future, and then they went really, really back in time to the Old West. Okay, and in each case right here, you're able to travel back, and let's say in my case, because I'm going to date myself now, that if I was to travel back 40 years and I see my younger self, my 20-something self, see, I don't believe that exists, because if that was true, then what is reality? If I could travel back in time and see my 20-something self, well, which soul and spirit is real? Which emotions, which memories is real? And how does that happen? Well, it happens in science fiction. If it's true, then God would have to be a lie. In that fact, God wouldn't even exist. Or how would he exist? Really, the biblical truth is the truth. And by the way, there's no conflict between science and God. Understand what pure science is versus what God is, and God's truth. Okay, you can have ideals all the time, but the reality, God is reality, and what he created is reality. Now, let me put this disclaimer. Is it possible in God's perspective to travel back and forth in time? Sure. And could God cause me to travel back in time? I would imagine, because all things are possible with God. But I still would say this: if I travel back in time, would it be reality or vision? In other words, when John the Revelator wrote the book of Revelation, he saw a vision. He didn't see reality necessarily. So my point is that we exist in reality. Now, I do realize you could question that if you are a philosopher. If you kind of think you're bent towards philosophy, you can almost question anything. But I'll stick with reality, and I'll hold my ground to say that you cannot travel back in time to face yourself, or travel to an alternate universe where there's a different version of yourself. That I don't believe. All right, guys, I just wanted to play around with that thought. Love to hear your thoughts, opinion. Add your comments to the comments section. And don't forget to like and share this video. And subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And don't remember that all comments are welcome. Look, the next time I'll see you then.